Hello again. It has been a while and I am back doing something new yet again. But what can I say? I'm a complex person. This is a complex page, but there will be something for everyone. Okay, so today, I came off from work and I had been thinking about making this since I was at work, and I was like, I'm just gonna go home and do it. I'm not gonna worry about any of the things that have stopped me from posting to YouTube for the past few months. I'm just gonna do it. And it's because I was standing at work and this clicked in my head and I was like, holy crap, this will make my life just so much more pleasurable. And if it'll make my life pleasurable, I'm sure it'll make others too. And I felt the urge to share this information. I hope that, if this finds you, you implement it. But essentially, what I came to the realization today was we need to use the misattribution of arousal theory to our advantage. And if you don't know, the misattribution of arousal theory essentially states that your brain doesn't necessarily know which end of the spectrum you're experiencing based off of your physical arousal, and so then it just assigns one. The experiment that is most famous for testing this was they had people go. I mean, you can look this up. I obviously, it's been a while since I've really researched the information, but if you want more info on all of the science behind it, Google exists. But essentially, people went on dates, and some went to see romantic comedies, others went to go see horror films. And they found that the people who went to go see horror movies were more attracted to each other than the people who went to go see the romantic comedy. And the conclusion was what I just said. Essentially, during the horror film, the people were experiencing increased heart rates, butterflies, nervousness, palms sweating, things that can happen when you're scared or in love. Your brain doesn't know which one you're experiencing necessarily, and so a lot of the people who weren't consciously being like, oh, I'm feeling arousal because I'm watching a scary movie, they attributed it to, oh, I'm feeling arousal because this person next to me is super hot and I want to take them home, or whatever. But that's essentially the gist of the experiment. And so if you extrapolate that, so the way I'm understanding is that works because attraction and fear, that love response and fear are essentially two sides of the same coin. You get far enough down one end and you find the other. And that's what basically every emotion is. Happy and sad don't exist without each other. Bored and I put at peace was my opposite. They're two ends of the same spectrum. Essentially, every emotion that you feel are two ends of the same spectrum. And you can tell if they're on the same spectrum because you'll have the same physical response. So happy and sad are related to each other because when you get really happy, you cry. When you get really sad, you cry. Pain and pleasure. It's essentially what you want to do is when you start feeling a physical arousal of any kind, before you let your brain decide what that arousal is, you tell yourself what it is. You tell it. You tell your mind, oh, I'm not sad right now. I'm crying because I'm happy. I don't care what the actual trigger was, but just convince yourself you're crying because you're happy. You're not bored. I'm not bored. I'm at peace. That's why everything seems so quiet and so still. I'm calm right now. I'm not tired. I'm good. I'm chilling. And what made me like come to this realization, and like what made me be like, yo, what, is that like essentially my ego that I have been escaping, my former self, don't want to die. She's like, baby, what are you doing? We've been riding deep and now you're trying to leave me? Nah, we're not gonna do that. So she keeps trying to convince me that I feel like she does. Pookie, no, I don't. But I'll find myself just randomly standing, and then I'll just hear in the back of my head, I'm bored. This sucks. Things like that. And today I was at work and I just kept hearing like my heart was racing. My heart was racing, and I immediately, my brain went to be like, oh my God, like I'm so anxious. Like, what am I anxious about? And then I was like, wait, no. Because I'm trying to actively, you know, shift my realities and alter all of that. Well, we can get into that at a different time. But this will just alter your perception, and your perception is key. I don't care what you believe in. How you perceive your world is how you experience it. Because guess what? If you go into work and you hate your job, and you hate everybody there, and you hate the customers, and you hate this, that, and the other, guess what? You're gonna have a really crappy day. Your day's gonna suck. If you go to work and you're like, it's fine, like it is what it is, you'll have a fine day. If you go to work and you're like, oh my God, I love everybody I work with. I love when people come in. I love talking to people. I love asking about their day. Guess what, sweetheart? You're gonna have a great day. And that's just fact. Like that has nothing to, that don't take no esoteric knowledge for you to understand what I just said to you. And this practice takes no esoteric knowledge either, because it's essentially that same thing. It's actively shifting your mindset when you feel physical arousals. And the physical kind of triggers the emotion sometimes. Like the emotion can definitely trigger the physical, but if you're just standing around and you start getting physically aroused and then you attribute it to a negative emotion, you didn't have to do that. And that's what I'm telling you right now. It's like, if you find yourself just like, if you're a generally anxious person like I used to be, and you just stand and you feel like you feel your heart start racing, your palms are getting sweaty, your breathing is increasing, and you're just like feeling like, oh, I'm on the verge of panic, I'm feeling anxiety, calm down. You don't actually have to calm yourself down. I'm saying just like, calm down. Take a second and be like, wait, it doesn't have to be anxiety that's creeping in right now. I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm excited about life. I'm excited about, who knows? I'm excited that winter is coming. Like you can just be excited. Because if this thing creeped in out of nowhere and you don't know why you're feeling nervous, feeling nervous ain't gonna tell you why you feeling nervous. So why feel it? Why do you have to feel that way? Because that's what your physical reaction came up to be like, because that was your immediate response to your physical reaction. No, just change the immediate response. Tell yourselves, we're not working off our animal instincts. We're not going with the first thing that you thought of. I have the power to tell you what I just felt. Guys, and I'm telling you, like this clicked in my head today, and I already feel like, I don't even know. I just feel better. Like, if that makes sense. Like being able to just stop telling myself that I'm anxious. Oh my goodness. Because you are what you say you are. That's life. You are 100% who you tell yourself that you are. And I spent so much time telling myself that I was all these things that I didn't want to experience, even if I thought that I was dealing with them, you know? Like I thought that I was I dealt with my anxiousness, you know, in a pretty decent way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still here, you know? I was functioning. But now being like, I don't have to be that way at all. I'm so excited to see where this goes. And I was like, I have to come in here. I have to share this with you guys. I'm literally about to press end and post this. Like, I hope this finds whoever needs to hear it. And I hope that whoever hears it implements it, because it'll just make your life so much better. Whatever better means to you. Whatever better means to you. I love you guys. Peace. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it won't take, 3 months.